Have you ever stopped to listen to your own voice? I mean, truly listen. We hear it every day. It's the sound we use to share our thoughts. It's the tool we use to connect with others. We believe this sound is a part of us, like our fingerprints or our reflection in a mirror. It carries our accent, our tone, our history. When we hear a voice, we often think we know something about the person. But is that sound, that collection of vibrations in the air, the real you? Is it possible that the voice you use every single day is not the true essence of who you are inside? It's a question that takes us to the very edge of what we understand about ourselves. People often feel a deep connection to their voice. It's the first thing we use to introduce ourselves to the world. A baby's cry is its first announcement, "I am here." As we grow, our voice develops a unique quality. It has a certain pitch, a certain rhythm. It becomes our sonic signature. Friends can recognize us on the phone after just one word. They don't need to see our face. They know us by our sound. This powerful link makes us believe our voice is a window into our soul. We think it shows our emotions, our confidence, and our personality. It feels like an honest and direct expression of our inner world. This belief is deeply rooted in our human experience. For centuries, we have relied on the spoken word. We have trusted the tone of a person's voice to tell us if they are happy or sad, honest or deceitful. A strong, steady voice can sound like a leader. A soft, quiet voice might suggest shyness. We make these judgments automatically without even thinking about it. We have learned to associate certain vocal qualities with specific personality traits. This connection is so strong that we often feel uncomfortable when a voice does not seem to match the person. It feels like something is out of place, something is not quite right. But the story of our voice is far more complex. It's shaped by so many things outside of our true self. It's influenced by the language we speak and the region we grew up in. It changes with our health, our age, and even the time of day. The voice you have in the morning is not the same voice you have in the evening. The voice you use with your family might be different from the voice you use at work. These are all versions of you, but they are also performances. They are adaptations to the world around us. So if our voice is always changing, always adapting, how can it be a perfect reflection of a constant inner self? Think about the times your voice did not match how you truly felt. Have you ever had to give a speech when you were terrified? Your hands were shaking, your heart was pounding, but you put on a brave voice. You sounded calm and confident. On the outside, your voice was strong, but on the inside, you were a bundle of nerves. Your voice was a mask. It was a costume you wore to hide your true feelings from the audience. This happens more often than we might think. We use our voices to perform a role, to fit into a situation, or to protect ourselves from being seen as weak or vulnerable. Consider a customer service professional. Their job requires them to be polite and helpful all day long. They might be having a terrible day. They might be feeling angry or frustrated inside. Yet when they answer the phone, their voice is cheerful and patient. "How can I help you today?" they ask, with a smile in their voice. This vocal performance is a crucial part of their job. It's a tool they use to create a positive experience for the customer, regardless of their own internal state. The voice in this case is not a reflection of their true feelings. It's a carefully crafted instrument played to achieve a specific outcome. This disconnect between voice and feeling is a part of our daily lives. Think about a time you had to deliver bad news to a friend. You might have softened your voice, speaking in a gentle, careful tone. You did this to show compassion and to lessen the blow of the words. Your own sadness or discomfort was put aside. Your voice became a tool for empathy, shaped to comfort someone else. Or imagine telling a white lie to a child to protect their innocence. Your voice might sound playful and sure, even if you know the truth is something different. In these moments, our voice is not ours. It belongs to the situation. These examples show us that our voice is often a performance. It's a character we play on the stage of life. We are all actors in a way. We adjust our pitch, our volume, and our tone to fit the scene we are in. We do it to be polite, to be professional, to be kind, or to be strong. We have a public voice and a private voice. The voice the world hears is not always the same as the voice of our inner thoughts. This raises a fascinating question. If we spend so much time performing with our voice, which voice is the real one? Is there a true voice underneath all the layers of performance? Now, we live in a world where technology is changing everything. This includes the very nature of our voice. For most of human history, a voice was tied to a person. You had to be there to make the sound. But that's no longer true. We now have voice changers, software that can make you sound like someone else entirely. You can speak into a microphone, and the sound that comes out can be deeper, higher, or even robotic. This technology allows us to wear different vocal masks, not just for performance, but for anonymity or for fun. The link between the physical person and the sound they produce is becoming weaker. The next step in this evolution is even more profound. We are entering the age of artificial intelligence and deepfakes. Scientists can now use AI to create a perfect digital copy of a person's voice. They only need a small sample of someone speaking. From that sample, the AI can learn to say anything in that person's voice. It can replicate the exact pitch, tone, and rhythm. Imagine a world where a computer can speak with the voice of a famous actor, a world leader, or even a loved one who is no longer with us. The voice is no longer a unique marker of a person. It can be copied, edited, and created. This technology presents us with incredible possibilities and also with great dangers. It could be used to restore the voice of someone who has lost the ability to speak. It could create new forms of art and entertainment, but it could also be used to deceive. Imagine a phone call from someone who sounds exactly like your friend, asking for money. Imagine a political leader appearing to say something they never said. In a world of digital voices, how can we trust what we hear? The voice, once a reliable source of identity, could become a source of confusion and mistrust. It challenges our fundamental belief that hearing is believing. This digital echo forces us to confront the idea of vocal identity head-on. If an AI can perfectly mimic your voice, is that voice still yours? The sounds are identical, but the source is not. The intention behind the words is gone. A voice is more than just sound waves. It is driven by a mind, a consciousness, a soul. A deep fake voice is an empty echo. It has the sound of a person, but not the spirit. This technological mirror shows us that the true essence of our voice might not be in the sound itself, but in the unique, unrepeatable consciousness that creates it. So, we must ask ourselves again, is your voice really you? We have seen that it is a performance we put on for the world. We have seen that it can be a mask to hide our true feelings. And now, we see that it can be copied and created by machines. Perhaps the voice we use every day is not the core of our identity. Perhaps it is just a tool, a beautiful and complex instrument that we use to navigate the world. It is a part of our story, but it is not the whole story. The voice is the narrator, but it is not the author of our being. Where then does our true self reside? If it's not in the sounds we make, where can we find it? Maybe the real you is not in the voice, but in the thoughts before the words are spoken. It is in the quiet space inside your mind. It is in the intentions, the feelings, and the ideas that choose the words. The voice is just the messenger. The true self is the silent source from which everything flows. It is the awareness that exists before a single sound is made. It is the consciousness that listens to the world and decides how to respond. This inner self is something no technology can copy. Think about the moments you feel most like yourself. It might not be when you are talking. It might be when you are lost in a piece of music or when you are staring at a beautiful sunset. It could be in a moment of quiet reflection, when your mind is calm and the world outside fades away. In these silent moments, there is no performance, there is no mask, there is only you. This inner world is your true home. It is a place that cannot be faked or imitated. It is uniquely and completely yours. The voice is how you speak to the world, but your inner silence is how you speak to yourself. In the end, the relationship between our voice and our identity is an illusion. It is a beautiful and convincing one, but an illusion nonetheless. We are not the sound of our voice, just as we are not our reflection in the mirror. We are something deeper, something that cannot be heard or seen. We are the silent observer, the consciousness that experiences life. Your voice is a precious gift. It allows you to share a small piece of your inner world with others. But do not mistake the messenger for the message. Your true self is not in the sound you make, but in the silence from which it comes.